And obviously, there have been fires going on in LA. It's fucking awful. A lot of people lost everything in those. It's horrendous. Some of the people that have been affected are not what you would call the normal people of society. They're the people in Hollywood, the Hollywood elites, the celebrities, the actors, the actresses, the singers, the songwriters, the producers. A lot of these people have found themselves caught up in this because of the location of the fires. And shockingly, after, voting for this for so long and defending these politicians for so long, defending this California liberal lifestyle, all of a sudden, man, a lot of them are starting to change their tune, aren't they? A lot of them are starting to change their tune, and they're actually starting to be critical of some of the things that are going on in LA, in California, these policies that some people have been talking about forever that they have ignored until it directly affects them. Hollywood celebrities turn on liberal California government over LA fires now that Newsom's policies directly impact them. And exactly. I mean, you lived in California, Beardo, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not in LA, a lot further south, but yeah, I mean, Newsom got recalled shortly after COVID. Newsom got recalled, and we were almost certain that he was out of there. But guess what they just implemented during the 2020 election?
Mail-in voting.
Mail-in ballots. So they can do whatever the hell they want. He wasn't going to leave office. He is so fucking power hungry. So yeah, Newsom is a fucking absolute piece of shit.
Yeah. And so there have been a lot of people that have kind of made their voices heard. Whitney Cummings, Sarah Michelle Gellar lead flurry of Hollywood celebrities turning on Democrats amid LA wildfires. I even saw this from Julia Roberts, who her politics have never really been a secret. She's really upset that there's a bunch of looters that are taking advantage of this situation. And while people have evacuated, going into these places that are affected, looting their homes, looting businesses, all of these things. Man, oh man, it's almost like people have been talking about what's been happening in California like this for a long time. And a lot of Hollywood celebrities are the reason some of these people continue to get elected time after time after time.
Yep.
But apparently, if you criticize the mayor, the black female mayor of LA, well, that's a problem, according to some Hollywood people. You got Hollywood people fighting with each other now because there's some that are actually criticizing the current status quo that are coming out and, speaking their minds. And there are some people saying, how fucking dare you blame anything on the black woman who's the mayor of Los Angeles? Actresses Yvette Nicole Brown and Kim Whitley call LA fire criticism over Mayor Bast racist. Because, of course, it is. We got to watch some of this, Beardo. Coming from EMZ.
Let me tell you something. She's got a spine of steel.
Yes.
And she's also been a black woman in America a very long time. So none of this is new to her.
But hold on, pause it. She's been a black woman in America for a long time. Well, I assume she's probably been a black woman in America her entire life.
You can't assume
she's been a black woman her entire life.
Well, maybe the black part, maybe not the woman part. You can't just assume things these days, especially if you've ever seen this mayor, okay? High likelihood that maybe it wasn't that way her entire life. Not sure. Hey, she's been incompetent and still getting jobs her entire life. She's used to this.
We're mad because we're tired of it.
We're tired
mad
for her.
But we're mad for her, and we're going to stand. Listen, I don't know how you here, but I'm happy you're here. Because somebody needs to
stand, behind her and support her. Because how she handling it, you can see it in her face. She stays calm. But think about this. She has the city to take care of. She does not have time to hear from these reporters.
And she is also not mayor of every municipality in California. Yes. There are people that are mad that she didn't fix the fires in Malibu. She's not the mayor of Malibu.
You're right.
What is she supposed to do in the city she's not the mayor of?
People don't understand.
And let me say this too. I can imagine how much it would hurt.
I love that they're just down at Walgreens, like buying toilet paper or whatever, and TMZ randomly finds them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just surprised that you don't have people like walking out. I assume they bought this, obviously, but I'm surprised you don't have just people fucking walking out with shit they're stealing from Walgreens or CVS or wherever the hell they are right now in California.
To see this happening in the city that she loves. That's first. So take away how it feels for people to attack her. She's heartbroken because this is happening in her city, a city that she loves. That's
And the people don't understand. They don't understand how large it is because a lot of people are sitting in other parts of the city. They're not in it. They're not in the fire. They're not in the smoke. They don't see. They're not there. They're watching TV. Why? And they want to blame someone. This is not.
You gotta love California, where the carts have the massive sticks on the end because so many people are fucking stealing and robbing and shit like this because it's been somewhat decriminalized because of all of that. Like, you're seeing the end results of the fucking law and justice and all these things, the government, the administration in California, whether it's at the state level, whether it's at the local level. You're seeing the results of it literally behind you.
Yep.
As someone's pushing the cart with a giant stick, your anti-theft protection right behind you.
It's time to blame. It's time to get some resources. She has reached out far. We have planes coming in from other countries to help us. This is not the time. I need everybody to remain calm, be vigilant, support the leadership, support Karen Bass. That's all I can say. You cannot, this is not the time. Oh, y'all done got me upset.
She's had a great response so far to the fires.
Absolutely a great. She has done what she's had to do. She's jumped in there, and she's got.
We have fires every year, and I don't remember in the 30 years almost that I've lived in LA, I've never seen everybody react like this to the mayor and blame one person for a.
Well, it's because of current policies that you've done. You've drained all of the water reservoirs. California is in a constant drought, and you're going to drain the water reservoirs to protect this fucking stupid little fucking cunty fish that can barely even fucking swim. And it's absolutely crazy, man. Oh my gosh. And then we're sending fire equipment to Ukraine. We're sending them millions and billions of dollars. We have defunded the fire department in Los Angeles with a lesbian fire chief, and we're still defunding the fire department. All of this happening just months before this happens. And what they're saying is, well, we have fires every year. Okay, great. You have fires every year, all pretty much damn near the same location. Then why are we defunding the fucking fire department? What are we doing? And the irony is the lady with the red hair said, we have planes from other countries coming in and trying to help us out and give us some water and give us supplies and stuff. Well, maybe that's because your mayor isn't doing a good job of creating your own supplies. Why do we need the help from other countries if this happens every single year?
Yeah, like LA is a shithole because of their leadership, and it has been for decades and decades and decades. And it's so funny now that because you do have people like slamming them. Even when the Kardashians came out and attacked the fucking mayor for her handling of this thing, and then now you're getting called racist because you're not allowed to criticize the black mayor because that has been the status quo for all these Hollywoods, for all the people in Hollywood, for all these elites. And now some of them are speaking out now that their lives have been directly impacted by these things. And you're going to start to see them turn on each other, just like these ladies, because they got to defend their sister, right? They got to defend a strong black woman who's been a black woman most of her life for the terrible job that she's doing just because of the color of her skin. You're going to start seeing a lot of bitterness and vindictiveness and people turning on each other in Hollywood all over this. Over this. But it's funny. Can't deny. It's funny to see reality slap these people in the face. Now, I'll reiterate again. I don't want to see anybody's houses burned down. I don't want to see neighborhoods burned down. I don't want people to lose their shit, regardless of if I fucking think they're like a scumbag for the way that they vote or whether I think they're an idiot like Mark Ruffalo, whatever. I don't want people's houses to burn down. But seeing the reaction of all of this and how some people are reacting to these years and years of policies, whether environmental, whether the local policies, whatever it may be, coming down and like waking them up in some sense. Maybe a few people might get woken up from this temporarily.
And going in and looting people's houses that have been evacuated.
Yeah, Julia Roberts is like, fuck you, looters, because people are evacuating, and obviously not everyone who evacuated house actually burned down. And so while these places are evacuated, you have criminals coming in there, you have looters coming in there, and just ransacking these $10 million mansions. Fucking Christmas for them.
Yep.
But that, like, the reason that that exists in these places because for years and years, nothing has been done about it. They haven't been punished for this. There's been no real punishment for these things. The homeless population has been out of control forever, and they've been able to get away with fucking anything in LA and Southern California, wherever, for forever. That's why these things have been normalized. That's why fucking polls on shopping carts have been fucking normalized there. Right? Because this is what this city has become.
The plastic covers on almost everything. Like when you go to a CVS or Walgreens, you have plastic covers. And if you want, I don't know,
body wash, I need shaving cream, I need whatever. And you got to call somebody to get it for you because they don't trust you not to steal
everything, dude. Everything. Feminine products, you need baby formula, anything that's like a necessity almost in any convenience store is locked up by these plastic barriers, and you have to go get an attendant to unlock it for you. And they wonder why businesses don't want to open up or remain in those locations.
Yeah. Like I can understand when I go in somewhere and like there's a couple like highly expensive items or whatever that are under that thing. Little frustrating to call somebody to get it for me, but okay. Especially like when you go to a Best Buy and it's like a super expensive fucking memory card that you could easily just like shove in your pocket and walk out the door. Okay, I get that. Have somebody fucking unlock the thing for me. Bro, when I'm like traveling around or whatever, and I end up in a Walmart or a Walgreens or whatever, where it's like the fucking mouthwash is behind a lock and key. Like fucking deodorants behind lock and key. I'm like, I'm in a bad part of the town. Okay,
razor blades and shit.
Plates.
Yep.
Someone says more like inconvenience store. Am I right? Yes, yes, it is an inconvenience.
Mm-hmm.
It is an inconvenience.
Yep, that's how you know you're in a bad part of town.